every time we get to your birthday dinner, we order 2 filet mignons, but ain't got nothing in that purse.
Let's stop having birthday dinners if you're not paying for everyone.
Stop inviting the broke and cheap friends to the group birthday dinner. Nobody has time to be doing 5th grade arithmetic when the check comes.
Those that saying that I'm broke and that I should never went outside if I didn't want to split the bill, then next time I go out to dinner, pay for my meal, because obviously you know how much money I got.
No, that is gauche. The check gets split and that's it. Or don't go out.
This is the clip that has the internet divided. A lot of people are saying you should split the bill for a birthday dinner, while others heavily disagree.
The bill's $5.16, so I'm gonna just take out what I got, and then y'all can just split the bill on your own.
Nah, but everybody's splitting the bill, so why are you taking out what you got? Respectfully, if you didn't have no money, you should have just...
Respectfully, I'm not paying for your steak, and I'm not paying for your mac and cheese, and I'm not paying for your mashed potatoes, so I'm not paying for your 5,000 drinks.
This is an expensive restaurant, so why...
I mean, I know I paid the restaurant. I told Nas before that I was splitting my bill, and I'm not paying with y'all. Because I told you what it was. Go through the messages.
Stay home, though.
Nah, you should have just stayed home.
It doesn't matter. It is a birthday dinner.
You gotta you spend bread.
I'm sorry. Why y'all getting so loud? Why y'all getting so loud? Nah, people incorrect because I'm not paying for their stuff. I'm not paying for their stuff. Respectfully, I got myself chicken wings and French fries.
Here until the bill is paid.
Oh no. Y'all gonna stay here and split the bill.
I can pay for my stuff, baby.
Yeah. And nobody said y'all couldn't pay for y'all stuff, but all I'm saying is I'm not paying for y'all stuff. So I'm gonna go tell the waiter to split, and y'all can figure it out. 7 wins.
And that makes your pockets feel better.
It does. It's gonna make it way better.
Yeah, I guess.
I hope so.
So Alex,
you didn't come out with money tonight, so you need to split.
Alex, can you put my bill on a separate thing, please? Because I don't know why they talking jazzy over here.
Well, nah, there's only one.
Alex,
Now, I gotta know, first off, what would y'all do in this situation if you were her? You go out to a birthday dinner for one of your friends, because it doesn't seem like she knows anybody else in this group. It sounds like it was communicated that she wanted her stuff to be separate before she came because she said, check the messages. Okay, who is right or who is wrong here? And then the waiter said that she couldn't split the bill. What do you even do in this moment when you thought you were going to just pay for your own bill? And now it seems like you gotta contribute to the bill of the collective group. Now, a lot of y'all might not understand what splitting the bill means. Essentially, if you go out to eat in a group, you all will sit together and the waiter or the waitress will ring all of the stuff up that you all have ordered on one ticket. One bill, one receipt. And that might sound great to a lot of you, but here is the issue. When it's done that way, some people end up paying more than they would have paid if they just individually rang up their food. For example, if there was $1,000 on the tab for the table and there was 10 people there, they would split it 10 ways. Typically, one person in the group pays with their credit card or however they're gonna pay, and everybody else sends that person $100. But what if you didn't spend $100 worth of food? You might have went there and got you a little appetizer or something. You only spent 20 bucks. But because y'all are all sitting together and it all got rang up under one ticket and they want to split the bill, you might have spent 20, somebody else might have spent $120 getting steak and lobster. Doesn't matter. Once you split the bill, everybody is going to pay the same amount. And this is why a lot of people don't like to do that. Now, another way you can split the bill is one person in the party pays for everybody's stuff and they get with that person and end up paying exactly what they spent on the tab. However, the other issue that arises is some people will go out with a specific group of people because they want to quote unquote split the tab to take advantage of the people they're going out to eat with. And then say things like you're broke or you should have just stayed home, essentially shaming the person for not wanting to split the bill, especially when they ended up spending less than everybody else. For some reason, that is very common. And one way all of this can be avoided is to discuss the bill before going out, especially for birthday dinners. When there are larger parties, there is a possibility when you go out to eat, this can all end up on one ticket. And you don't want to be caught in this awkward situation of who is paying and how is everybody contributing to the overall bill. Because once you get this information, it might make you not even want to go out with this group of people, even if it's for a birthday dinner. And this is why a lot of people don't do birthday dinners. They don't want to deal with this headache. And I've been vindicated, if that's the right word, because this comment here says exactly why I don't do birthday dinners. And honestly, a lot of people don't know what it means to split the bill. As you can see here, 446,000 people like this comment right here that says, I thought splitting the bill meant everyone paid what they got. And absolutely not. No, they are taking the total and dividing it up per people. And now you see why people are gassed. They're like, wait a minute, does it matter if I ordered a little small appetizer and got a little tap water with some lemon? No. And somebody replied to her video saying it's giving they're broke. Another comment saying, I can tell the loud girl ordered the most. And a lot of y'all might be saying, why are they saying the loud girl allegedly ordered the most? That's because sometimes the person who ordered most in the group wants to split the bill because it would end up being cheaper for them if everybody else spent less. Because again, you're adding up everything everybody spent and dividing it by how many people were sitting at the table. So if you ordered something $300, somebody else ordered something that was $50, who came out on top? Who came out on top? Another comment says, normalize separate bills instead of splitting bills. And another comment says, the nerve to say, if you don't have any money, you shouldn't come when they, the ones trying to have someone pay for their food. And she did a follow-up video stating what happened after she left the restaurant. And I gotta know, did she end up splitting the bill? Because the waiter was making it seem like she had no choice.
All right, so y'all want to know what happened after the dinner? I paid for what the I got. I did not split no bills with nobody that ordered a steak and ordered 25,000 margaritas. Like, I was never doing. For those that are in my comments saying they agree with me, I really appreciate y'all and I really love y'all. And for those that saying that I'm broke and that I should never went outside if I didn't want to split the bill, then next time I go out to dinner, pay for my meal, because obviously you know how much money I got in pockets. I understand going out to dinner for a birthday, like, you know, you're supposed to split the bill if it's reasonable. But if I'm ordering, like, you know, small little items that's below $20, why would I pay for somebody that's ordering a steak that's already $60? And on top of that, buying refills and refills and refills at the dinner table. Like, I feel like that's just not fair, and I was never gonna go for that at all. At all. I mean, listen, me and Nas, we're still Gucci because, you know, Nas knows who I am and how I roll. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? But just the girls that was at the dinner, they not for me. And honestly, I don't even give a.
So she went to a birthday dinner for what seems to be her friend. And this makes it even worse because it doesn't seem like she's really acquainted with the people she's at the birthday dinner with and put in a position to where she has to contribute essentially to a stranger's food, because again, she's in support of her friend who has other friends, but these aren't her friends. And that's what happens at a birthday dinner. So my question to you all is, are you comfortable paying for people's meals because you went to a birthday dinner to support a friend in the event that it's more than what you were expecting to pay? And there is a conversation that should come up about budgets. It doesn't make somebody broke because they don't want to split the bill. They may be financially responsible. Everybody cannot afford to spend $100 on a birthday dinner. Some people only can come out to support with $20. Everybody's financial situation is different. And to call someone broke because they want to pay for what they ate, it's kind of crazy. That's like saying, oh, so you don't want to pay more? You don't want to pay 60 instead of 20? You want to help me out? You don't want to help with my steak and lobster? That kind of sounds crazy, doesn't it? There's nothing wrong with saying you just want to be held accountable for how much you spent. And what I'm really trying to get at here is we have to be considerate of other people. You might be in a space where you can pay for the whole tab yourself twice, 3-4 times, and it might not hurt your pockets. But you don't know what that amount of money means to the next person, especially in a group full of people that you don't know. Which brings me to my next point. You gotta be selective about who you are hanging around, and you can't just go out with anybody. A lot of people are getting into these arguments over group dinners and birthday dinners because they are eating and doing business with people they don't know. And there wasn't a set expectation. And some of these people in the group very well might be greedy. You might be the friend that got invited because they know you're a vegan. You're not even eating nothing but some salad and some rabbit food. Or they know you're about to go to the restaurant and order the cheapest thing on the menu. And then when the bill comes, going to say, hey, do you want to split the bill? Knowing they got crab legs. Some of y'all getting invited just to get played, just to be taken advantage of. And that's why I say you gotta be selective. Somebody here said, cause why would I pay for Wagyu when I got chicken tenders? Another comment says, splitting the bill only works when everyone is ordering in the same price range. So I understand your point completely. Another comment says, girl, you not broke. The people that got a lot of food and a lot of drinks are the broke ones. And this is the one that really hits home. In this economy, you did nothing wrong. And I'm glad somebody's talking about the financial aspects of this whole thing, because according to bankrate.com, in a newly released article from February 4th, 2026, they just released their 2026 annual emergency savings report. And in the article, they go on to state, at the time of sticky inflation and a softening job market, extra money in the bank can serve as a lifeline for many customers. Yet 47% of Americans indicate they have sufficient liquidity or access to funds to cover a $1,000 emergency expense, and also found that 29% of Americans have more credit card debt than emergency savings. And they go on to state this: more than half have the same amount of emergency savings or less than a year ago. So when it comes to eating out, there's a lot of things that people are thinking about, like the current state of the economy and their wallet.
Tell me the truth. Am I a for not wanting to split the birthday girl's meal? Like, if it's a small group, 3 people, and they choose an expensive restaurant, and you're sitting here like, oh, we want to celebrate you, we want to celebrate your birthday, we want to take you out and like go have fun with you, I'll pay for your drinks, you know what I mean, I'll bring you a little cake, some flowers, like I'll make you feel special. But in this economy, dude, in an expensive restaurant, when we're talking about the bill being like $300 minimum, and you want me to split it between another girl that's like $150, I'm dropping down for food after I just got done spending so much money on Christmas gifts and bills and all this. It's just like, I'm sorry, can we normalize not doing that? Why is being broke for your friends polite? I don't get it. Am I thinking that's crazy? What happened to just like celebrating your friends? They pay for their own meal and you like buy them a gift. You know what I mean? You bring them something nice, and I feel rude now being like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not splitting it. I feel rude. My friend's asking me and I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. And I don't know how to, I feel mean, but it's like,
I honestly feel like this is boundaries, and some people feel like, hey, no, it is what it is. You supposed to get with the program. If we go into a birthday dinner, everybody's paying as a group. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Are y'all forgetting that this is their money? What you gonna do, hold them hostage? Because you're gonna go to jail for kidnapping. You can't force anybody to do something they don't wanna do. It's not like they're trying to run off on the tab and not contribute at all. That's the part that is very interesting. This ain't a dine and dash. Because at this point, I'm convinced some of y'all feeling like Diddy. And when I say that, this is what I mean. This ain't making the band. Y'all out here trying to round all these people up and say, hey, this is how much we gonna pay for blah, 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 blah. And I need this amount of people to do X, Y, and Z. Putting a random group of people together, making them pay for a birthday dinner. She said she didn't even know that lady. What is this, bill to bill? I can understand why people feel uncomfortable in this situation, 1,000%. And somebody here says, yep, I hear you loud and clear. You're spitting facts here. And honestly, most people in these comments are agreeing with her. But you know who I don't think is about to agree? This lady right here. Because her caption says, no nickeling and diming. It's gauche. I think that's how you say it, gauche or gauche, which according to the dictionary means lacking ease or grace, unsophisticated or socially awkward. You're never too old to learn a new term.
When the check comes, if we are all having dinner together, 2, 12, or 24, I don't care how many margaritas you had, or if you didn't drink, splitting the bill evenly. That is just how it goes. You will not be taking the check and being like, oh, I didn't drink, or I had 2 steaks, or I had 4 French. No, that is gauche, okay? You want to be a sophisticated, high-value, present yourself kind of woman, the check gets split and that's it. Or don't go out. Or go out with a man where he's gonna pay it. Those are the options. Stay toxic, my friends.
Then she said, stay toxic, my friends. Yes, this whole conversation is very toxic. Because do people not have a choice anymore? And forget being ghost, because I will let you down every time. What do you mean? And this has nothing to do with being sophisticated. How all of a sudden does sophistication equate to splitting the bill equally across the board, even though that might not be fair to a lot of people at the table, just so you can feel uppity? Who cares? People got to feel okay with the decisions they made at that dinner once they leave, because real life is waiting for them. And if being gauche means that you're going to be broke after the dinner, you need to get your mind right. Because I've Obviously, some people don't care what you're gonna be going through after. This is why you gotta worry about yourself. The statistics I read earlier state that a lot of people are struggling. Where is the consideration? I strongly disagree with everything she said here. And I say this as the person sitting at the table that would probably order the most. Yeah, I would be the one ordering the most. And I wanna pay for my own food. You got you a little Caesar salad over there, and I love that for you. I don't want no rabbit food right now. I didn't come here for broccoli, an appetizer, a tap water. I came to throw down. And so I'm about to run up this tab, and I don't want to feel bad about it. And I don't want nobody else sitting with me to have to feel bad about the fact that I ran it up. It's a consideration thing. It's not because everybody is broke. It might be because some people are being considerate of everybody else, and that's okay. And a lot of y'all, whenever it's time to split the bill and it's time to actually pay people back, some of y'all gonna go ghost. Some of these people that you're eating these birthday dinners with that you don't know are never going to pay you. Hello. This is why a lot of people don't want to do that. They don't even want to be put in a situation, and I understand. But the fact that a lot of other people can't understand why they are feeling that way is quite interesting. This comment here says, agreed. 1,000. If you are over the age of 25, splitting the check is tacky. Well, call me Tacky McTack. 'Cause I ain't never cared. But you won't call me a fool, and you won't call me upset, because that's what I won't be after paying for my meal that I ate.
To your birthday dinner, I separated my bill before I sat down. Sorry. I separated my bill before I sat down at this table because I'm not getting hit with no surprise charges. No, let me cash app you. I'm not dealing with none of that. None of that. I came to give you your gift and eat me a nice meal. All that other stuff, because you decided to have your work friends chill with your childhood friends, and your childhood friends that showed up to this with ordering 2 filet mignons, but ain't got nothing in that purse but a chicken, oodles and noodles seasoning pack. Absolutely not. I separated my bill before I sat down. I'ma separate my bill every time before I get to that table, because you know what? They need to know that I'm not on your charges. As long as the restaurant know that I'm not on your charges, I don't know what to tell anybody. So, my bill came separate. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, quickly, expeditiously. Because every time we get to your birthday dinner, somebody want to pull some money together. Absolutely not.
And I understand him completely. He said them birthday dinners be chaotic. Yeah, toxic. People are out here coming up with strategies for birthday dinners because they know how bad it's about to be. He said, I will literally come late just to say I ate already or ordered at the bar. Y'all not getting me with that 30% gratuity for parties larger than 6. His reply is called strategy. This comment says, I don't do birthday dinners or trips. Have fun. I'll see you when you get back. Another says, I order at the bar and pay for it and have it delivered to the table. Nasty work, but I'm taking notes. Another said, I've been stopped doing birthday dinners for this reason. Please don't invite me. And I need to know from y'all down below, if you get invited to a birthday dinner, are you going? Don't lie, but you gotta be real selective about who you hanging out with. You just can't hang out with anybody. Going to birthday dinners with a whole group of people you don't know, expecting it to be smooth sailing, that would be crazy. You don't know them folks. And here is a picture of somebody's bill. And it says, there's nothing more stressful than having to split the bill at the end of a birthday dinner. And I just wanna see what is the damage here. And y'all, that says it's $1,131.70. And yeah, the gratuity is 20%. Oh my. And what I want y'all to pay attention to here also is, this was for 2 guests. 2. Can you imagine 10 people? Easily $100,000 for a birthday dinner. And y'all gonna go out and do the most. Everybody wants the best drinks, the best appetizers. Y'all are having a good old time. Nobody is thinking about the fact that this bill is about to be split, divided. And everybody gonna look at each other like, who paying? Whose card is it gonna come from? You gonna have that one friend that's trying to get all the points? Yeah, they said, might as well. Like, I'm gonna end up paying stuff I didn't buy anyway. Might as well get some points out of this. Everybody else, it's the luck of the draw, I guess.
Can we stop inviting the broke and cheap friends to the group birthday dinner? Nobody has time to be doing 5th grade arithmetic when the check comes.
Make time. Make it, because I don't see nothing but space, time, and opportunity. What do you mean? What if it just so happens that I like math? Now what? I got time. Why you ain't got time? Because you want to know who I'm feeling like? A college professor?
Nobody wants that. I don't want to hear about, well, I only had a water and she had a Coke and he had a glass of wine, so I shouldn't have to pay as much. I only had 1 potato skin out the appetizer, and she had 3, and he had 2 mozzarellas. Ain't nobody caring. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take that check and we're gonna divide it by how many people are at the table, and that's how much everybody's gonna pay, and that's what it's gonna be.
What if that's not how it's gonna be? Because y'all seen the first lady? What are y'all gonna do? Strong arm people? You're gonna split this bill. What if they hit you with the make me? What? Then what? Is it gonna get physical? I hope not, because that's not rational. But I also don't think it's irrational to just want to pay for what you ate. Like, are we that far going that that's wrong? Or now everyone is broke because, just living in this world, trying to navigate is exhausting. It's too many rules, too many social cues, too many expectations. We didn't even know it was expectations. And if this is what it takes to be in the friend group, kick me out. I never cared. And I don't think a lot of people care that much. Where is the crime in wanting to pay for your own food? That's like going on a shopping spree, spending all this money with like 10 folks, just shopping till you drop, filling up your cart. You got Louis, you got Gucci, Versace, right? You got Chanel bags, somebody over there shopping at Ross, and then you gonna tell them, we gonna collectively put all this together. And they looking at you like, wait, I was on a budget. I was budget shopping. Y'all was living a life of luxury over there, trying to ball till you fall, and I'm not even mad about it, but I'm not ready for them luxury prices. And you look them in the eye and you say, and that's how it's gonna be. Ma'am, I do have a say in this. I don't give consent, and consent matters. Hello. And that's all the time. You heard me?
You might have to eat a few dollars, and you're just gonna have to accept that. If that is a problem, don't come. Just stay your home. That's it.
At home is where I would have been, and that's fine. I don't want to be down like Brandy that bad, and I'm sure a lot of people don't. And that's perfectly fine. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with that, and nobody should be shamed for not wanting to participate. Cause what's the alternative? You gonna get there and get called broke, get called a brokey, get shamed for not wanting to do something you don't want to do? Peer pressure, oh my God, it's just the worst thing that could ever happen. No, we too grown for that. Yeah, I'ma stay at the house. And when I go out to eat, I'ma eat all the food I wanna eat and run up my bill as much as I want. And I'm gonna pay for it and not gonna look around at nobody else. And that's perfectly fine, because we're adults. What's the problem? And another thing is, I thought everybody was struggling. Now everybody's supposed to have it. Pick a side, y'all. Which one is it? Because I'm getting confused. We really gotta think about each other. And it's okay. Everybody's financial situation ain't the next person's. And then y'all look in this video right here. It says splitting the bill be so humbling and stressful at B-Day dinners. Y'all look at how these folks is at the table trying to figure out who gonna pay for what. They got the apps out, they got their phones out, they trying to calculate, do math. They ain't done math since high school. Golly, everybody over there probably arguing, going back and forth. You don't even know the person to your left or to your right. Y'all trying to negotiate. And then people are saying, hey, no, because embarrassing. We were stressing. And someone here said everybody be arguing. So yeah, for a lot of people, it's like, yeah, don't threaten me with a good time of staying at the house, not having to deal with strangers and negotiate like I'm at a car lot for money that I don't want to spend on food that I didn't eat. Don't sound too bad.
Hey guys, in 2026, let's stop having birthday dinners if you're not paying for everyone, okay? Like, let's stop having birthday dinners and we're splitting the checks 700 different ways. Auntie don't like that, all right? And if you want to do that, I love that for you. Don't invite me, okay? Like, literally don't invite me. If you're gonna have a birthday dinner, pay for the birthday dinner or do something else. Also, if you're like, you know what, Chrissy, I don't have enough money to be paying for everybody's birthday dinner, that's cool. How about we normalize in 2026 to have birthdays at the house? Like, we can just all come to your house. You didn't cook some pasta, some bread, and some salad and call it a day. Let's do that in 2026. Cool.
I'm actually not mad about any of the things that she recommended, except the first part that she mentioned might have a lot of people debating in the comments, because essentially it sounds like she's saying if you're hosting the birthday dinner, that you should be paying. And the reason I'm saying that is because she's saying if you're inviting me to a birthday dinner, you should pay for the birthday dinner. Who else would be inviting someone to a birthday dinner unless somebody else was throwing it for the birthday person? You know what I mean? Which is interesting. What do y'all think about that? But the second half, I agree completely. Nothing wrong with just getting together at the house. Y'all don't remember how people used to get together and just do a little barbecue? Do that. Make some ice cream or something out the ninjas or something. I don't know. Y'all use TikTok and social media to get creative about everything else. You can get creative about a birthday dinner that won't have people upset, feeling uncomfortable, feeling on edge, embarrassed, shamed. And this is supposed to be a happy day of celebration for somebody, and it's turning to chaos and a bunch of drama. And she said here, it's lazy and annoying when the check comes out and everyone is nickeling and diming. We're too old and I'm tired. Pay for the dinner or do something else. You know what? I felt her on the I'm getting too old and too tired for this. Look, I don't even want to go to no dinner. I don't even want to be out in public because people don't know how to act in public. It's always something. Heavy on that. And someone here is saying, or just decline the request. She said, ain't got to tell me twice. Everybody don't want to come to the pity party because that's what it's going to be when that check is ready to be split. Check come out and ruin the whole mood for everybody.
Unpopular opinion, but if you're having a birthday dinner, as the host, I think you should foot the bill. I just came back from a birthday celebration, and not only did my friend, the celebrant, feed us, she also gave us goodie bags. This is my name. This is my real name. It's a personalized goodie bag. Look at that. Look at this letter that she gave us. This is my name on that letter. You see that?
Interesting.
If you're having a birthday dinner, you or your boyfriend, maybe your girlfriend, maybe your mom, your pappy, one of y'all need to foot the bill. You're inviting people out. You should take care of them.
Ooh.
If I speak, I would have spoken.
Now this is two people back to back saying, hey, the host. No, the host should do it. Even if it's your birthday and you're the host. Wow, interesting. I wonder if that is the case because people got all these unspoken rules about who's supposed to split what. Would people still throw these birthday dinners? And she said, these are my opinions. Argue with your mama or ask her to foot the bill. I just tell them they want to fight, they can join the military. But same difference. This comment says, this is how the Nigerians do it. The plot has been lost along the way, but that is exactly the proper way of doing things. Interestingly, I didn't know that. Comment down below if you're Nigerian, is that true? And another comment says, I agree. When I host, I always pay the bill. And as a guest, I always bring a gift. Another says, I always felt this way. People are coming out to celebrate you. I think it's rude to put the financial burden on someone that may not have been prepared for it. And they go on to say, yes, especially if the host chooses a high-end restaurant. Ooh. Now, can you imagine somebody showing up at the dinner with the expectation that, hey, since you invited me out, I thought you was paying. See, since there's all these expectations of, oh, when we go out to eat, the bill is being split and that's that on that. What if somebody hit you with this? Host, you brought me here and you ain't paying? I'm not paying. I was invited. And you know what this all comes down to? Communication, just not knowing what the expectation is. And so somebody is let down, disappointed, or leaving with less money than they expected in their bank account. And this comment pretty much sums that up by saying, I disagree, but I do think the host should minimum communicate the dinner will not be paid for. No one should be surprised. And that's the big thing. A lot of people are surprised.
A friend of mine invited me to his birthday dinner tomorrow night. And birthday dinners scare me, mainly because people like to order steaks and 5 drinks and want to split the bill evenly. Now, normally I wouldn't mind, but there's going to be 9 people there. I went ahead and called the restaurant and paid for my $40 plate in advance. Am I wrong for that?
Absolutely not. And do it again if you have to. Actually call to make sure that that order went through. Give them your full description. Tell them what you look like and everything. Tell them you got these glasses on with the black frame. Tell them your height, skin color, everything. Tell them what color shoes you're gonna be wearing. So there is no confusion about who paid for what. Actually, you know what? Let me take some notes. Add that to the rule book. Cause y'all ain't finna catch me slipping. First of all, I wouldn't get caught slipping anyway, cause I don't do big groups. But if I did, I need this in my toolbox. And I'm not the only one that thinks so because the comment says, this is actually smart. I hate birthday dinners. People need to protect their peace and not be shamed for living within their means. And that's the one. Could have never shamed somebody who never cared about what you thought. Another says, sir, this is genius. And I have to agree. And people are just in the comments talking about how they got. I went to a 6-course meal, pregnant. People had 3 to 6 drinks each, and we split it evenly, politely declining any offer in the future. You know what I will say? I don't see nothing wrong with paying for the birthday girl or the birthday guy, but you gotta be real careful. This other comment says, I only do birthday dinners with my close friends. Exactly, because I don't know y'all. You might be trying to set me up, trying to cake me up, to run me up a tab. Absolutely not. But I gotta hear from y'all. Do y'all go to birthday dinners? If you go to a birthday dinner, are you okay with splitting the tab? Or should everybody pay their own bill? Because you know how everybody get to acting funny whenever the check comes. But we gotta start making better decisions today in order to have a better future.